Kim Jong-il's reign in North Korea ended with this massive and tearful display of official mourning. The great successor was his youngest son, Kim Jong-un, then in his mid-20s. A new generation, it was hoped, but so far the same outlook: hostility towards the outside world, especially South Korea and the United States. And with the world's fourth largest army, North Korea continues its military-first policy. Perhaps the most important message this regime is trying to send at home and abroad is that this new leader is adored by his people. The young Kim's leadership is constantly reinforced by a lavish state media. Videos like this one show an army officer wiping his eyes, overcome with emotion, as Kim Jong-un speaks personally to him. Even the television announcer is emotional as she proclaims this to be a historic moment for these soldiers. And recently, the regime has ratcheted up the propaganda just as it's ratcheted up its threats. And this is how a cult of personality is born and nurtured. We see soldiers and their families at a military outpost running to greet Kim Jong-un. He hugs and kisses the little children who surround him. The crowds in front of the camera grow, and when they gather to say goodbye, many are seen openly weeping. And then, as Kim boards his boat to leave, soldiers ran frantically down the beach to say goodbye to their leader, even plunging into the icy water in their uniforms to show how much they adore him. He waves benignly and gestures paternally for them to go back to dry land. As the boat pulls away, the announcer says their leader has confidence that he can win a war against American soldiers. And that's a theme that continues to play out on North Korean television these days. As it has always been in North Korea, a Kim is everywhere. Poring over maps with his generals, scoping out possible targets, even taking up arms himself. Here, Kim visits with smiling troops who perform a song and dance routine for him. And he tells them to train hard, because war could happen at any time. The announcer says we will wipe out our enemies so they cannot survive. The regime is determined to show that North Korea is strong and ready to fight, even if it comes down to hand-to-hand combat. North Korean television showcases the might of the military and the weapons, including these tanks and missiles that were shown just today. But nobody really knows how many of these were set up, how many were photoshopped, even if these missiles are real. But the message is clear. North Korea and Kim Jong-un are trying to show the world that they're on top and ready for anything. Christiane Amanpour, CNN, New York.